This year, Washington State was ranked the worst in the nation for property crime. My guess is package theft. We've had so much package theft in Washington State over the last few years. So the question is, where are the safest places to live in Washington State? First on our list, number 12 is Ridgefield, Washington. Ridgefield is a small community located in Clark County, which is southwest Washington. This area has been seeing a massive boom recently and is soon getting a Costco. Ridgefield has a population of about 10,000 people, and the crime rate is 21% below the national level. This makes Ridgefield one of the safest places in the state to live. Ridgefield is ideally located between the Cascade Mountains, just south of Mount St. Helens and to the east of the Pacific Coast. Ridgefield is a great place for the outdoors people who are looking for an easy way to either go for a hike or go to the beach. We are seeing a lot of people moving to the Ridgefield area, escaping from the Portland metro area. The median home price in Ridgefield is right around $740,000. Number 11 on the list is Mercer Island. Mercer Island is one of the safest places to live in Washington State and has a lot of famous people living there, such as Paul Allen, the co-creator of Microsoft, and Donna Reed, the actress of It's a Wonderful Life. Mercer Island's crime rate is 38% lower than the national average and has a population right around 26,000 people. This town is located between Seattle and Bellevue and is only accessible by bridge. Mercer Island is an upscale, relaxed community with a lot of high-end dining options and farmers market. The median home price is the highest on our list today at $2.3 million. Living on Mercer Island, you will be living amongst celebrities and CEOs. Number 10 on our list is Snoqualmie. Snoqualmie is one of the safest places to live in Washington State, and it is the gateway to the Cascade Mountains. Snoqualmie is a small, relaxed community located 28 miles east of Seattle, and it is famous for the Snoqualmie Falls and the Salish Lodge, both that are located just right outside of town. This iconic town has been featured in many of television shows and movies throughout the years. The home price in Snoqualmie is right around $1.3 million. Next on our list is Lake Forest Park. Lake Forest Park is one of the safest towns in Washington State. It's a suburb city of King County, and it is located at the very northern tip of Lake Washington. The town has a population of about 13,000 people, but will feel much larger because it's in the Seattle metro area. It has a crime rate that is 40% lower than the national average. Lake Forest Park is home to the Burt Gilman Trail, which is a 27-mile long trail that goes from the top of Lake Washington all the way down to the Puget Sound. Lake Forest Park has a really strong sense of community and hosts farmers markets that get vendors from all over the Seattle metro area. The median home price in Lake Forest Park is $1.1 million. Next on our list is Kenmore, and this is another safest city in Washington. It is the neighboring city to Lake Forest Park, also located in King County and part of the Burt Gilman Trail. It is on the north side of Lake Washington. Kenmore has a population of about 28,000, and the total crime rate is 48% lower than the national average. The culture and economy of Kenmore is really surrounded around the lake with numerous different types of water sports and parks. Kenmore is also home to the largest passenger-only seaplane operation in the U.S. You can go anywhere in Washington on one of these seaplanes, including taking tours of the San Juan Islands. Kenmore's downtown has really been growing in recent years, adding restaurants and shops and breweries. The median home price in Kenmore is surprisingly under $1 million. It is at $978,000. Let me hear from you in the comments. What do you think is the safest place to live in Washington State? Number 7 on the list is Camas, and this is another town down by the Oregon border, located fairly close to Ridgefield, Washington. It is situated on the banks of the Columbia River, directly across from Oregon. Camas is a peaceful city that has a population of about 26,000 residents. Like Ridgefield, Washington, Camas is seeing an explosion of growth from people moving out of the Portland metro area. Camas is also notable for how safe it is and family-friendly atmosphere. The total crime rate in Camas is 50% lower than the national average, and the violent crime is 92% lower than the country's average. The median home price in Camas right now is around $740,000, but we're seeing that rise really quickly at 3% year over year. Number 6 on our list is Pullman. Pullman, Washington is one of the safest cities in Washington state, and this is one of 2 cities we're talking about in eastern Washington today, with a population right around 33,000 and is located just 10 miles west of Moscow, Idaho. Pullman is going to feel a little bit rural as it's an hour and a half away from any large metro area, which would be Spokane. This is mainly a rural agricultural town with production in wheat and lagoons. Pullman is also known to be the home of Washington State University, great place to send kids for college. Pullman is a very safe city with a crime rate that is 56, lower than the national average, and the violent crime 75% lower than the rest of the country. Your chances of being a victim of crime in Pullman is 1 in 97. The median home price in Pullman right now is $480,000 and the lowest on our list today. Number 5 on the list is West Richland. West Richland is our second city in eastern Washington. It is located in Benton County along the expansive Palouse Plains and the Columbia River. West Richland is a perfect place for nature lovers. West Richland is part of the Tri-City area in Washington, which is also seeing some rapid growth. West Richland has a population of about 16,000, where Tri-Cities as a whole is about 300,000. The crime rate in West Richland is 58% lower than the national average. Those who are looking to get far away from the big city noise but close to nature, this might be a good place to look. The town's median home price is about $600,000 and increasing quickly at 3.5% year over year. Number 4 on the list is Lake Stevens, located 25 miles from Everett. Lake Stevens is a very safe, beautiful town in the foothills of the Cascade Mountains. With easy access to both the mountains and the Puget Sound, Lake Stevens is a great place for anybody who needs to be close to the city but wants to be able to get away quickly. Lake Stevens has a crime rate that is 66% lower than the national average and has a population of about 28,000 people. Lake Stevens is built around the lake and it is a favorite gathering spot for a lot of community members. Lake Stevens has expansive parks, including state parks and wild refuges and hunting grounds. There are multiple sports parks in the area. The median home price in Lake Stevens is about $712,000. Next on our list, number 3 is Oak Harbor, and this is one of the safest cities in Washington state. Also, it is located on Whidbey Island. Oak Harbor is a charming suburb surrounded by the Puget Sound and mountains. Getting to the Seattle metro area, however, is going to take you a little bit longer as you're going to have a ferry ride. Oak Harbor has a population of about 22,000 people and has a crime rate that is 68% lower than the national average. Oak Harbor is also great for hiking and boating and fishing excursions. Some of Washington's most iconic scenery is located on the coastline of Oak Harbor. For those looking for a little slower pace of life, Oak Harbor might be a good spot to look. Oak Harbor's median home price is $506,000. Number 2 on the list is Bainbridge Island, another one of our safest places to live in Washington. Bainbridge Island, which is located across the Puget Sound from Seattle. Bainbridge Island has a population of about 22,000 people, and their crime rate is 69% lower than the national average. Bainbridge Island has a plethora of outdoor activities such as golf and boating and whale watching. The island is also recognized for its restaurants and other cultural attractions such as the Bainbridge Island Museum of Art. The median home price in Bainbridge Island is currently $1.3 million. Before we get to number 1 on the list today, I want to introduce myself. I'm Amanda Dallman, and I am a Washington State realtor. If you're looking to move to any of these places, I would love to get you connected with a trustworthy agent. Number 1 on the list is Sammamish, the safest place in Washington to live. It is located just outside of Seattle, between Lake Sammamish and the Cascade Mountains. Sammamish is also really close proximity to Redmond, Washington, which is the home of Microsoft. Sammamish, Bellevue, and Redmond have become a hub for people working in the tech industry. The city has a population of about 67,000 people, and the crime rate is 71% lower than the national average. As the safest place to live in Washington State, Sammamish is highly popular with families, also making it one of the most expensive places on the list at $1.6 million. It's also on the richest city in Washington list. I hope to see you next time. I'm Amanda Dallman.